So if you have a Whirlpool Duet 4.0 cubic foot, looks like this on the front. Stay away from them. I've had nothing but trouble. It's 6 to 7 years old. I've had to place the rubber seal twice, which first time was under warranty, second time I bought myself and installed myself. And recently it started acting up with an F8E1 error code. It would go from here to wash and stop and not rinse and spin after about 6 to 10 minutes, and beep 8 times or flash 8 times the light and then 1, which means that it was low water, but yet inside the wash would have half full of water. So I had a repairman come here for $100, and while he was here it did not do it, and so I got charged $100 for his visit for him to tell me that it could be this, which is the pressure switch. And I went online and I watched a bunch of videos which somebody troubleshooted and said that it could be the down in here there is a filter. You remove 3 screws on the bottom. There's an extra filter with a round thing where you turn the handle. We removed it earlier and it could be clogged with stuff, which it had a little bit of hair and debris, so we cleaned that and went up inside and squeezed the rubber gasket inside. So that wasn't too clogged, so I thought, well, maybe it's the pump, but it wasn't the problem with the pump. It was pushing water out. It just would stop mid-cycle in the wash. So then I watched another YouTube video where a guy had the same washer and he troubleshooted by looking down this little black tube that attaches to the pressure switch, and these little round things, this was not, it was attached up higher and it was free flowing, which now I have devised some duct tape to stick it to the drum, but previous to this it was floating up a little higher up here, the white foam wrapping around it. It's supposed to be to protect it from getting cut or ripped, but it wasn't. It was just free flowing, and this plastic piece right here, as the drum moves back and forth, what happened was, like the other guy's video, it had worn some ridges in it in this rubber tube so deep that then it had a hole, and it had like 4 or 5 ridges in this, and it was almost worn down to nothing on this side, down inside under this duct tape inside here. So we removed it from here, which you can pull this off really easily from the pressure switch, and we put it down below. We had taken off the front and my husband pulled it out, and we checked all the way up. The rest of the hose was fine. So we said, let's see if, because it was having a vacuum issue where it couldn't tell this switch to do its job, to let it know that the water level was where it should. And the technician that came, the gentleman, works on his own, didn't even do this test. He didn't even, all he thought was, oh, this is probably bad. But yet it was letting water in and telling it to fill. So that's why I looked up more videos, and I found that out, that this could get worn out, which it did. As it was hitting the tub, it was smashing the rubber hose into this plastic pointy piece, and it wore, because it jiggles back and forth, it wore ridges in the side of it. So we took this off. We took one off down below. There's a second one, and we put that one where it would be in between this and the edge of the drum, and we wire tied it, which it was before up higher, and then I duct taped it to the drum so that it cannot hit the wall. So if you have this trouble on your washer and it stops about 6 to 10 minutes after the wash cycle and doesn't go to the rinse, then that could be your issue. A simple problem would be to take electrical tape, which we did, and we electrical taped where it was torn down in here, and then we moved the foam thing up and duct taped it to the wall. And $140 later, because I had to go to the laundromat for 8 weeks, plus pay the man to do the job, it's fixed, and I ran 2 loads of wash already. So I did not have to buy the $50 part here, or $37 on Amazon. And I did not have to buy these, because they're still working okay. And now, I'm a happy camper. Hope this helps somebody.